Ladies and gents, welcome back once again. All things covered with yours truly, Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden. Got another outstanding, entertaining show for you guys. And anytime the Steelers win, it's always an awesome show to recap with our guy, Patrick Peterson. Of course, get ready for the upcoming ball game as well. But before we do that, this will be a little different of a show for you guys, for our listeners and our viewers, our faithful fans. We appreciate you so much. But this is a little different in regards to our show and some news that we will reveal with you guys. We wanted to share with you that this will be our last episode with CBS Sports. Yes, this will be our last episode with CBS Sports, but we also want to make it clear that all things covered, we're not going anywhere. We still will be with you guys. We still will be providing you entertaining, informative content, but it won't be with CBS Sports. So just stay tuned with what our future will be moving forward. And like I said, we will continue to give you guys outstanding content. But you can still find me all over CBS Sports and CBS Sports HQ. And of course, you can find Pat P still doing his things on Sundays as well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But just stay tuned. There will be more news coming with all things covered in regards to our future plans. But we will be delivering consistent content to you guys. So no need to worry. No need to complain or get nervous. We still will be with you guys, but under a new platform. So just stay tuned. And with that being Pat P, there's a lot to really digest and unpack and get into when it comes to memories that we have been able to create, with content with me and you, and of course, outstanding guests. But we will do that. But before we do that, we got to recap what took place in Acrisure Stadium against the Cincinnati Bengals. Pat P's, the Steelers' last home game there. There's a lot to talk about, and we will do so in just a second. Pat P.
Yo.
Yeah. All right. Before I talk about, my vision and what I saw, my prophecy, before I do that, let's talk about you. Yeah. There's a lot I talked about that happened, that would happen before it happened, and they actually happened. And, we're going to talk about that. But your final game in Pittsburgh, you actually got a chance to walk into the stadium with your daughter. We saw videos, we saw pictures. How was that for you, knowing that that was going to be your last home game in the regular season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, being able to do it with your oldest?
Man, that was pretty cool, man. It was just something I thought about heading home from the hotel. It's getting, close to that time where my oldest is, she understands and wants to be a part of dad car rides to the stadium, and I thought it was a great idea for her to, ride along for the last home game of the season. She enjoyed it. She was my little photographer walking into the stadium and getting dad's pics and all of that stuff. So it was a cool moment, man. We really enjoyed it. My youngest was really upset, Parker, but
I already know.
Yeah, she's not old enough to be with anyone else without mom and dad or in school. So I needed to be there to keep my eyes on her. But Peyton had a great time, man. That was an awesome moment that we had the opportunity to share this past game.
Yeah, and it was another awesome moment for yourself early in the ball game, red zone interception. Man, take us through that. And it looks like you were your first start playing safety, right? You had an opportunity to prepare playing safety because you remember against the Colts, you were anointed the safety position during the game. So you wasn't preparing to play safety, but you had a week of prep playing the safety position. Man, you look real comfortable, man. How did you feel?
Man, Mac, I'm a ball player, man. You put me anywhere on the football field, I'm going to flourish. It's just the matter of the fact, so but I felt great, man. I felt good. The good thing about when I did change, when they told me I was going to have the opportunity to play, start at safety, like you said, had a whole week to prepare, had an opportunity to really lean on Mink, Coach Grady, really get some film study in because it's a different point of view back there. You have to be a little bit more patient because I've been so used to being right in front of a guy no further than, 7 yards if I'm playing off coverage. So the point of view and the communication, because now I'm kind of in charge of getting guys lined up, giving them the checks if we are having an audible or get out of a certain call, putting them in the perfect technique if they come out, if the receivers coming out in a certain formation. So that was pretty cool. But at heart, man, I really feel like I'm a safety at heart because I'm a communicator. Like I love to talk,
Yeah.
So when I was put in that position, it was like, all right, now you really have an opportunity to talk because at corner you can say all you want to say, but you only literally talking to the people that's on the side of the field that you're on.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Good
being a
point.
safety, you have an opportunity to really have a dialogue with Joey, have a dialogue with Levi, E-Road, the linebackers, guys up front,
Hmm.
because that's just something I love to do when I'm involved in the game. So honestly, I felt like it put me at a natural position, to be quite honest with you. I was just blessed enough to have cover skills that some safeties didn't have. Blessed enough to have speed and ball skills. And that's why I was able to play corner at a high level for such a long time. And, if I want to continue to play football, I think that is going to be something that's necessary for me. But
Hmm.
it's going to come down to me if I want to make that change, full term. And, if it comes down to it.
But take us through the interception on Brownie. Like I said, they were on the cuffs, basically red zone, clearly in field goal range. He got flushed out of the pocket, tried to make something happen, threw the ball in the end zone. You came out of nowhere. I was so happy, Pat P, you decided to take a knee. I was like, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Why?
Don't you try to feel like you can take 101 yards and then the field offense got bad field position and we don't do anything. But I said, take that knee, man. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. We need
Hey, I
good
tell
field
you,
position.
if that receiver wasn't in front of me, hey, I'm gonna make something shake now.
You just gonna try to make something shake?
Why not?
Well, it worked out because you took a knee, and offense was able to
Yeah,
generate. I
offense
think they
ended
they,
up
they
going
scored
down
on
there
that
and driving.
drive.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
drove that. I think they scored that drive, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had a nice little 80-yard drive coming out of that. But going back to your original question, breaking down the interception, we was in a red zone cover two. And quite honestly, Jake threw me a gift,
yeah,
to be
he
quite
did.
honest with you. But I'm not complaining. I'll take it. I add that to
Yeah,
the collection of my interceptions that I have throughout my career. So, but yeah, like I said, we was in the cover two. I was playing half field safety, and they ran like a China 7 concept, which is that it was
stop route, corner route,
yeah, but they ran the Indy 7. I'm sorry, so they ran like the 5-yard in.
in. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So they
Yep.
ran a 5-yard in, and the 7-7 cut by number two. And once I saw number one immediately, break his route off. If you go back and look at, I kind of beat the receiver to his punch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think Jake was going to throw the ball because I saw him under duress. I thought he was going to throw it away. I was like, oh, I might have a shot.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
got it. That was huge. I mean, that was as I talked about, earlier. They were clearly in scoring range, to say the
Yeah.
least. Worst case scenario, field goal. You took points off the scoreboard, and that it initiated a nice scoring drive for the offense. And talking about the offense, I know I was harping last week when we did our episode after the Indianapolis Colts loss. I was harping about who? Who was I harping about, Pat P?
Mason Rudolph.
Was I right about Mason?
Yeah, you was right. Mason came out and did his thing. I want to see him do it again because we
Oh,
need
you want to see him do it again?
it. Yeah, because we need it.
Yeah, y'all need it.
Gotta
And
have
remember,
it.
you remember the thing I said about Mason? I said, man, the most appealing thing about Mason is I
We
don't know.
don't know.
We don't
Yeah.
know. And
We
going
got
into that game, last Saturday, no one knew. So we were just like hoping. And he delivered.
Hey, Mason needed to deliver again and again.
And
We
also,
gotta have
too,
it.
hey, Pat, remember I said there was no expectations for Mason because it
There's
wasn't like
expectations now.
that. I'm about to say that. Yeah, we got some expectations now, number two.
There's
We,
expectations now.
we have some expectations now, and I think he's ready for it, man. You talk about a guy who's been battle tested. He's the longest tenured quarterback on the roster, so he's been a part of the organization for quite some time. And he just stepped in and he just delivered, man. The fans enjoyed it. I can tell you another person who enjoyed having Mason as the quarterback, old George Pickens.
Oh yeah, GP did.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it will be real interesting to see what happens at the quarterback position if Kenny is healthy, if Kenny is ready to go, what Mike Tomlin will do. I know I said on CBS Sports HQ, at this point of the season, you got to ride with the hot hand. You know what I mean? You never walk away from the blackjack table when you just hit blackjack. And I think where we are, where you guys are as an organization, there's no room for error. And the offense that we saw, especially throwing the football, man, we haven't seen that in a long, long time. And it's not like you're playing against a team that was bad. I mean, Cincinnati was in the midst of a 3-game winning streak. Offensively, was making plays. Defensively, was making plays. And they just ran into a buzzsaw. And they were in the playoffs. Yes,
they were playing for something.
They had a lot to play for, and they just ran into a buzzsaw in the Pittsburgh Steelers led by Mason Rudolph. So, we're going to tap into the preview with the Seattle Seahawks, but Mason lived up to he exceeded the expectations.
He did. And what else did you do, Mac? If you remember correctly.
I said a lot, and I talked to me now. What'd I say?
What was your prediction?
The score? Yeah. Oh, I did the opposite. I predicted you guys would lose.
Exactly.
Hey, Eric, what was my prediction? I did the opposite.
It was like 24-16, if I'm not mistaken.
Pull it up, Eric. Yeah, my prediction. I predicted you guys to lose. So I said, every time I predict you to win, you lost.
Yeah, man. I told you what I said.
That was your idea too. You said Minnesota. I did the same thing in Minnesota. Kept predicting. I had 24.
I was right.
16. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna predict y'all to lose again.
Do it.
Yeah. Mason played good. Defense played good. You guys were able to weather the storm. Robbins went down. Another injury at the inside linebacker position. But you guys had three. You guys had 3 interceptions, right?
Yeah, 3 interceptions and 3 sacks, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4.
TJ Watt had. I keep seeing people talking about TJ's third best favorites to win the defensive MVP. That's a lie. He should be number 1, but it's another topic of discussion. But the defense made plays and huge win. I mean, right now you guys have a 14% chance to make the playoffs. What's the level of hope in the locker room right now, knowing that you still have a small chance to make the playoffs and there's still something to play for?
Man, we just want to worry about what's in front of us.
Yep.
Because we had the opportunity, to solidify ourselves in the playoffs and do all this, weeks prior, but we didn't take care of our business. So the only thing that we can do is take care of our business and see what happens. Play good football, winning football. You know what I mean? And if that happens if we so happen to get in the playoffs, we'll be hot. We'll be hot, ready to roll. So
no question.
Just want to take it a week at a time, man. Worry about the Seattle Seahawks right now, which is another big game because I believe they're right now on the outside looking in, so they have a lot to play for. And I love playing in this stadium. This is by far one of my favorite stadiums to play at on the road. So I know the environment is going to be hostile. I know it's going to be loud. I can't wait to hear what new underground hip hop song the DJ is going to play. I just know it's going to be electric, man. So big game coming up, man. Big game.
No question. That's a nice segue for us. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Seattle Seahawks preview coming up next. Pat P, I don't know if you knew this, but this ball game, you guys play Sunday, right? Sunday against Seattle?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you know this would be your 200th ball game?
No, I did not know that. I know we talked about it briefly a couple shows ago about coming up on 200, but I did not know this one will be 200. Man, it's a blessing.
Regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
Yeah. Yeah, what does it mean to reach that type of milestone, my guy?
Man, it's a blessing, man. It really is because not to pull my own coattail, but it's everything that I saw how I envisioned my career.
Mm-hmm.
I always talked about I envisioned myself playing 14 plus years. That's almost checked. I wanted to position myself as good as I could, to be solidified or be in the same position where the NFL greats are positioned. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's checked. And to come up on my 200 game, man, it's just surreal because to be quite honest with you, man, a lot of young guys ask me this all the time, like how I feel after games and how I'm feeling now when I come into the facility each and every day. I don't feel like I played 200 games, and that's the God honest truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how,
This is that tropical Sprite.
yeah, tropical Sprite, man. That it's just just my mental state, my physical state, and just what I want for myself, not never giving up and not never, taking no for an answer. You know what I mean? And just being a very good self-evaluator. You know what I mean? So I think those are some of the things that help me get to where I'm at right now and come rolling up on game 200. That's special, man. I'm gonna tell my wife that tonight so she can have me a cake when I get back home or something.
Yeah. Tell her she's supposed to already knew that. The cake was supposed to be ready right now. Y'all just had some nourishment. It's supposed to be ready right now. I got a question for you. Trivia question. Do you know who holds the cornerback record for most games played?
Probably Charles Woodson.
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm. He in the hall too. This guy is in the hall.
Darryl Green?
Darryl Green.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the two.
295.
Ooh.
Can you get there?
We'll see, Mac. Only Lord knows.
295. Charles Woodson got 254. Rondé got 241. Rob Woodson got 238. Champ Bailey got 215. Those are other notable names within the 200 ball game club. Champ got 215. We had Champ on the show, good friend of the show. We talk to Champ all the time. We had Rondé on the show as well. Heck, we had Rob Woodson on the show. Only Woodson we missing is Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah. All four of those guys are in the Hall of Fame, along with Darryl Green, who has 295. So your next closest is Champ Bailey at 215. And I would imagine you've played in the most, you're the in active players, you probably have the most games played in the defensive backfield.
100%.
Active, yeah.
Like I think my percentage on playing time is like 90, like 96 in my career.
That's good ball. And the thing is too, I sent you a link. Our good friends at your good friends PFF, right now among players with a minimum of 350 coverage snaps, two Steelers are in the top 10 for the lowest completion percentage allowed. Joey Porter's at 4. He's allowing 46.8% in regards to completion, and you're at 9. You're allowing 52.5%. And someone quoted, said, how is Patrick Peterson still doing this year after year? How is he still doing this year after year? So people still surprised that you being as old as you are, because people call you old all the time, that you still playing some quality football. So if PFF said something positive about Pat P, you must be doing something right. Yeah, you must be doing, because y'all bump heads all the time.
Yeah, we do. But man, that's why I be talking about people when they be talking about people sorry, and come on, man, stop speaking on things that you don't know.
Yeah. No question. People don't understand how hard it is to go out and do what you do when you're playing against the best in the world, regardless of what the record is of the opposing team. You playing against some dogs. Kareem Jackson got 201 games right now, Pat P.
Yeah, Kareem in year 14.
Oh, he came out a year before you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been suspended a lot too. They call Kareem the hitman. Is he back?
That man been hit so much that Denver Broncos cut that man.
And he got picked up by Houston.
Yeah, back into his old stomping ground.
Yeah, got picked up by Houston.
Speaking of Denver.
Yeah.
I'm about to call this man Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they benched him.
I see that.
That's a money thing. He will not be with Denver next year. That's a money thing. But they still in the playoff hunt, but they just benched
2 games left.
Yeah, they still in the playoff hunt.
So you basically giving up on the season?
Nah, they gonna still fight, but they just getting ready to cut ties with Russell. Jarrett Stidham is the guy.
I understand that, Mac. You giving up on the season. You still in the hunt. You got 2 games left. And you mean to tell me you feel the rookie's going to give you the best opportunity?
Jarrett Stidham ain't no rookie.
Who's the backup?
Jarrett Stidham.
Oh, I thought they said it was going to be a rookie quarterback. I misread that then.
No, it's Jarrett
Okay.
Stidham. Yeah.
I was about to say, man, but okay.
Yeah. That's how the league is. You know how it goes sometimes.
Yeah,
Mercedes Lewis is the active leader with 266 games. He just caught a touchdown too, Mercedes Lewis.
yeah, Mercedes Lewis by like year 19 too.
Yeah, I think he got drafted in 2006.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So you got quite a few guys a little, ahead of you in a few
I ain't
ball
counting no
games.
tight end though, man. I mean, no disrespect to Mercedes. Those games are like all respect to you. But like I'm playing play in and play out, Mac.
You ain't coming out?
You just heard what I said. 96 of however many snaps. Yeah, Calais, that's my guy. Calais.
He got 242.
However many snaps I said I played in my career, I played 96% of those snaps, bro.
Yeah, you ain't coming out. You know, most defensive players don't come out like the offensive guys. You know, you share this with
But that's
us.
what I'm saying. So like so that 200 games, that guy's like 400 compared to his.
No question. No question. No question. Getting ready for a Sunday, what's the biggest key to the Seahawks matchup, you think?
Doing what we did last week.
The biggest key, listen, the biggest keys for number 2. Well, hell, hold on. Is Mason starting?
Yes, Mason starting.
Is Kenny? Oh, Kenny ain't healthy.
I don't, I ain't no doctor. I'm just going.
Is he practicing? Did he practice today?
Yeah, he was on the field.
What that? No. I said, did he practice?
He was on the field. No, he didn't practice.
So he ain't take no reps. He just was on the field with a helmet.
Well, not that I did see him on the field, but I don't know if he took any reps.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see. Cause you remember what I told you? We'd be separate.
Yeah. You told me
Hold
that.
on, let me think. I don't remember seeing him taking any reps. No real snaps, to be honest with you.
Okay. So we're attacking this question, assuming that Mason Rudolph is going to start against Seattle, and if that's
what
the
Coach
case,
said.
oh, he did say that. You're right. So that's the biggest key to the matchup.
I'm just going by what Coach said.
Kenny Pickett. Remember I said last week they give him a statue in the South Side. Listen, that's the biggest key right there. Play smart, clean football and make plays.
Exactly.
Because this is a vulnerable defense you're going against. They got some holes. They had some holes a little bit, on the defensive side where you can kind of take advantage of them. You just can't start off slow. And that's the thing that I loved too last week, Pat P. Y'all started off fast. Yeah. Y'all started off rolling. You didn't wait for the race to get going. You started the race, and you can't start off slow on the road. You know that, especially when you're trying to hunt to get in the playoffs.
We got this because we got to. If we do get in there, we got to take this show on the road. So let's get used to it.
No question, Star. Don't. It's a fight. Don't let them punch you first. You punch them first.
Yes, indeed.
And that's what y'all did. Y'all came out swinging, and old Mason came out swinging, and I said, yes, sir. And I did a pregame show on CBS Sports HQ. I said, for tonight, his nickname is Mason the Great Rudolph. I gave him a nickname. Now, I said, I don't know what it's going to be next week, but for tonight, it's Mason the Great. And I got to come up with a nickname for him getting ready for Sunday. We're going to come up with a nickname, and we're going to ride it till we can't ride. You're going to keep it. As long as we hitting blackjack, we're going to stay. We're going to stay. We're going to stay. And I got to give a prediction right now. And I'm going to do the same thing I did. I'm predicting the Steelers will lose because every time I predict them to win, they lost. So Steelers going to lose. The score for this ball game is going to be 27-17 Seattle win.
Sure.
That's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we got a little stat for you. Eric said it didn't track snaps in 2011 as closely, but he counted 11,995 defensive snaps for Pat between 2012 and 2023. I don't know how he counted that, but that's what he came up with. I don't know how he counted that fast. Did he look what?
Eric, Eric got that what you call that that little graphic thing.
Man, I don't know what Eric got, man.
Almost
12. So you're gonna hit over 12,000 snaps. clearly this season right here.
Now I'm already over 12,000. You see, they ain't count my rookie year, and I played every game that year too.
Oh,
I'm already over the 12,000 cat.
it's the tropical Sprite, man. For y'all young boys out there, man, watching, you want to stay healthy. Remember, Mel Blunt told us he used to eat rabbit. I guess you drinking tropical Sprite. So,
hey, Mac, I'm gonna tell you something else too.
What you got?
Getting a hot sauna, man, 3 times a week.
That what you do?
Change your life, dog.
Man. Hey, well, you know something. You know something.
Tell him.
No question. But hey, Pat, we're gonna take a break, but before we go, with this being our last episode with CBS, I think it's only right that we talk about some of our most, memorable memories, favorite guests, moments, things like that. There's a lot because you got to realize we've been doing this thing for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of headlines that we made, national headlines, you know what I mean, and viral moments that we've been partaking in. And we still got more left to come, but we're going to just kind of recap some of the things that we've been doing, me and Pat P, since day one, starting All Things Covered, man, and just kind of share some of these moments with you guys. I hope you enjoy them as well. And for our faithful listeners and fans, you guys know exactly some of these moments we're going to hit on. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We back, as we said, man. We want to, share some memorable moments with you guys, man. Me and my guy, Pat P, man, we've had on All Things Covered. Pat P, do you remember our very, very first guest?
Of course I do. It's the Honey Badger.
You've been cheating. You look at the sheet.
I remember that because I remember what we did. We did it in my backyard.
When you was in AZ?
Yeah, I was in AZ in the backyard because that's when COVID started. So I didn't want any of the COVID stuff coming through my computer. So that's why I had to go in the backyard, be outside.
Yep. The Badger. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu was our first guest. Our second guest before you played.
I could not tell you that.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin was our second guest?
Yeah, Mike T. Mike T was the second guest we had on.
That's crazy.
Then we had, me and you are both Laker fans, and 10 days after winning the title with the Lakers, we had J.R. Smith on.
That was a good one because I have an opportunity to golf with J.R.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a really good conversation because we had an opportunity to talk about the shirtless JR and how they left. Who he said he left at the stadium in Orlando? It was the point guard. Oh yeah, Quinn Cook.
Quinn Cook.
he said he left Quinn Cook at the stadium.
Yeah. We had J.R. Smith, your golfing buddy John Rahm, who recently won the Masters.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Rambo.
Yeah, I mean, then you remember we had Jamal Adams was talking about, a period with the Jets. He was going through depression. And heck, man, there's a lot of fans probably feel the same way when you watch the Jets over the last few years, especially this year. That was insightful. Of course, we had Justin Jefferson on a few times. OBJ, LeVar Ball was hilarious.
Man, I couldn't stop laughing when we had him on, man. But just a really good dude too. You can just tell that not only that he loves his kids, but he's an entertainer.
Yep. Yep. We had LeVar. Kirby Smart, had him on as well. That was before he was a 2-time national champion head coach. Shaquille O'Neal had Shaq on. Antoine Walker talking about the crazy gambling stories with MJ fade away Michael Jordan. That was hilarious when they were playing Boo-Ray. Were they playing poker or Boo-Ray?
It wasn't Boo-Ray. It was poker, or I can't remember what the other one was. But poker was definitely one of them.
Yeah. Mel Blunt had Mel Blunt on, Nick Saban. We had some rap. We had Ice Cube, Master P, Fabulous, Jermaine Dupri, Champ Bailey. We've had, it's so many guys that we've had on, and we won't be able to name all of them. But shouts out to all our guests who came on in a period when we were trying to get things established and just having candid conversations, unfiltered conversations with us, and entertaining conversation as well, because you're doing something right when other media outlets is picking some of the things you've had and you talked about and sharing them on their sites as well. And that happened with us a lot. when you talk about some of the guests we've had on Pat P, and I would love to hear our listeners and our viewers who are, checking us out right now, hit us in the comment section. Who are some of the favorite guests you've seen with us, have on the show? You hit us with your comments. Who was your favorite guest that we've had opportunity of talking to? And also, too, let us know your most memorable moments.
Yeah.
Pat P, when you think about some of the people we've had the opportunity to talk to, is there any moments that stuck out to you? Like, I didn't know this, or that was funny, or we had a good time with that. I know you just talked about LeVar, how much you laughed, but is there any other memorable
Yeah.
moments that sticks out to you?
Let me see. I mean, we had so many great conversations, and it's so hard just to pick out one or, a specific thing out of the story that we had, the story time that we had that we was able to have. But I'm probably gonna go with I thought Leroy Butler. I thought
Leroy
that
Butler, Hall of Famer.
yeah, man. I thought that was a great conversation. Just him giving us his point of view on his journey to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Starting Elite 36, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, the liquor.
Yeah, the liquor. Sorry if I bastardized the name. But it was just awesome just to have, him on the show and also just to see, obviously he's an older guy, but how hip he is still to the hip hop music today. What
Oh,
what
no
was the
question.
song? What was the song he loved? Hotel Lobby?
Hotel Lobby. That's his favorite song. Yeah, yeah,
Hotel
yeah.
Lobby. So
Hotel Lobby.
that was a good one, man. Even Travis Hunter, man, when we had him in high school.
When he was in high school, yeah.
I remember
Travis
talking
Hunter was
with
on the
him.
show.
Yeah, talking with him in his car, where I think he was just leaving workout, about to head to workout or something like that. So
Yep.
that was a pretty cool conversation. Obviously with all of our DBs, it's always great to talk with them. Like you talked about Mel Blunt.
Yeah, say eat rat. He used to eat rabbit.
Yeah, his eating habits, Champ Bailey. He gave us some of the insight on what helped him have a longevity career. Man, we just had some Shaq, a fellow Tiger. That was a good one.
Yeah, when he talked about Rudy Gobert's contract.
Yeah, man. That was an awesome one, man. But I probably say one of my most memorable one, and I did not think we would get her on here, was Chanel West Coast because
Why? Why is that?
I
What's your
love that
favorite
show.
show?
I love that show for one.
Uh-huh.
And I would have never thought she would say yeah, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because we didn't really it wasn't really sports with her, which is more talking about the show ridiculousness.
Right.
And some of the other things she had going, because she's also a rapper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about the show, and they still owe you a visit too, by the way. They need to get you on the show.
I gotta get out there, man.
Yeah,
Rob, if you hear this, Rob, man, if somebody can get this to Rob, man, I would love to come out to the LA and get on the set.
Oh, Pat loves the show. He's been loving that show forever. You're the only person I know that loved that show like how you love the show. So you clearly,
you know me, I love to laugh, and when I'm at home, the kids all, they down. Now my day kind of done chilled out. I just go in the living room and pop on ridiculousness, and I just get a good laugh before I go to bed.
Yeah,
that's why I'm a live long, man. I'm always smiling, man. Don't let nothing.
You got to always smile, man. Life's too hard to not smile, man. You above ground, you got opportunity to smile. That's your decision. That's your choice. You got to take it, and whatever you're going through, find a way to laugh about it and find the positive, the positiveness connected to it, and keep pushing. So you're right. You got to find a way to smile. I think for me, you wasn't with me, but this was Super Bowl when Michael Parsons revealed that he loved feet. He got a foot fetish. He loved toes.
I do remember seeing that clip.
It shocked the heck out of me because I was not expecting that. And I know there are a lot of foot fetishes out there, a lot of people who love that. And I just wasn't expecting him to say, man, he loved feet. You like feet?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in awe over feet, but I like to see some, like my wife.
Do you kiss your wife toes?
Hell no.
So you really don't like feet like that?
Yeah, I like looking at them, not kissing them.
Do you like rubbing them?
Yeah, I rubbed my baby. I rubbed him last night.
Oh. Well, you really don't like feet because you like feet. You gonna kiss toes like Parsons probably do. Because he said he loved toes.
Yeah, that's that man problem. I ain't kissing no feet, man. You know, I'm Funyuns and all type of bacteria be down there. You walking on the floor, man. But hey, man, I ain't judging them.
Hey, yeah. So that's his thing. I love all our food debates that we done had on the show.
Yeah,
That's something that we got to continue to do as well because we both, me and Pat, both Pat loves to eat. I love to eat. Pat loves to cook more than I do, and we
yeah,
always talking about food. So the food debates definitely they've been hilarious. What else we had so much. Uh
man. The 33.
OBJ saying he never wanted to leave the Giants. That was good information when he
Oh, that
shared that
was
with
good
us.
information.
He wanted to remain a Giants and basically retire with the organization. Another thing that was funny too, when
What?
we had Levante David on when they were getting ready for
Oh,
the
you trying
Super
to
Bowl
figure out
against
who
Kansas
cried?
City, and somebody was crying in the locker room after beating Green Bay, and Tom called him out
He
and
still
just
didn't.
basically said,
We
"What
still
the
didn't
f you
find out who
crying for?"
cried, huh?
Yeah, we still got more ball left to be played, man. That was
Who
pretty.
was it though? Did we find out?
Levante wouldn't tell us who the player was crying
That's what I thought. That's
after
what I.
winning the NFC Championship game, and Tom
Hey,
Tom
hey,
called
but
him out.
they won the Super Bowl, man. So them tears played off.
Oh, no question, no question. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot. I remember, DeAndre Hopkins, your teammate at the time, was talking about all the quarterbacks that he played with, and just the dislike on his face when he was naming some of the guys he played with while in Houston.
Man, I know. And
Oh
it's
man,
still going. Hell, even the uh Joey Porter Jr. getting him on even before because you
but he,
called that one too, though. You said that'd be crazy at Pittsburgh.
yeah,
So that was a big time memorable moment because we kind of spoke that into fruition.
yeah. Yeah, because we had no idea thinking that, he lined up with Pittsburgh. I said, how would it be if you get a chance to play in Pittsburgh? And lo and behold. And then we had his father on sharing some stories with him, you know what I mean, with Senior. The great Dick LeBeau, we had him on. Man, we've had, man, Eric, how many episodes have we done? Can you look that up for us real quick? Because clearly, I think we're north of 200 episodes.
Wow.
North of 200 episodes, and a lot of episodes we didn't have 200 guests or whatever, but we had well over 170 guests.
Wow. Yeah,
We
man. I
had
mean,
Dominique Wilkins had Dominique on one time.
yeah, we did have Dominique Wilkins on.
John Smoltz talking about the Braves when they won the World Series.
Hey, but my
Uh,
favorite one though, my favorite moment will probably be the conversation we had with Troy.
yeah, TP Troy. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that I'll never ever forget that conversation. That was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, yeah, and got a chance to share some of the funny moments with Troy because most people don't know he got a large a wide sense of humor. I mean, he's very, very funny. He's a jokester. 227 episodes, Pat P.
I mean,
That's what we
oh wow,
227.
227.
227,
Wow.
like the TV show. That's be one of my favorite TV shows, by the way.
Oh, wow.
227.
The
You remember
side,
227?
huh? No,
What?
no.
You remember the TV show 227?
Mm-mm. I don't really watch shows like that, man.
No, that was a show like in the 90s.
Yeah,
You didn't watch TV in the 90s?
oh man, I was in the streets.
Eating a bologna sandwich?
Nope.
That's the problem right now.
No, it ain't. Hey, the
227
side
was a great
father,
show.
aka the side father. I'm looking at this. You call your boy the side father.
Oh, hey, you remember when I revealed that was in the first episode that
What?
I had a crush on Peggy Bundy growing up
Oh
as a kid. Peggy's
yeah.
had them tights on, man, all the time, man. I was not the only one who had a crush on Peg Bundy. I know I'm not.
No, no,
I know
no.
I'm not.
I
You,
didn't, but I
But
knew
you know,
you.
you growing up a little kid, man. You know, your hormones going every which way, man. So Peg used to get me fired up a little bit.
Man, Lisa Ray was mine.
At Lisa Ray was everybody, but you know, I saw Peg before I saw Lisa because Players Club didn't come out to. I was a Married with Children fan. I was a big time Al Bundy fan, so I used to watch Peg Bundy all
Yeah,
the time.
hell pig.
Yeah, yeah. Peg used to get me fired up with them black tights. Yes, sir.
You getting fired up too.
You know them black tights.
You don't think you got your old date going up there at 7 o'clock waiting on.
Man, my mom, she didn't know why, but I was always watching. She's like, "Why are you watching that show? That's for." I said, "Yeah, man, it's funny." No, it ain't. I'm looking at Peg come down them steps and them heels.
And them pumps, huh?
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
man, you crazy, man.
Man, yeah, we had a lot, man. So, man, please hit us in our comment section, man. Let us know, your favorite episodes or your favorite guests we've had on. And as I stated earlier in the show, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep this train rolling. We got more entertaining things coming your way. But with CBS, we're no longer with CBS, but I'm still with CBS. I'm still with CBS Sports, the network. I'm still with HQ. You catch me there weekly, talking ball, talking fantasy, talking college, talking everything. And you catch Pat P doing what he's doing, catching interceptions for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's gonna keep doing what he's doing until they tell them they can't make the playoffs. They got another big coming game this Sunday against Seattle. And stay tuned for us. What we're doing, we're gonna keep it delivering content. Our YouTube page is gonna still be doing what it's doing. Spotify, Apple, definitely be able to find all our content as well. And just stay tuned for what's next with us. But you better believe whatever it is gonna be great. It's gonna be entertaining, and it's going to be insightful. And that's what we do. But most importantly, the next big thing on our schedule is the ball game. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Another do or die situation. Hey, that's for both sides. Pat P got his first start as safety, got an interception. Let's see, can he keep it going? And Mason Rudolph, and Mason we trust. Mason, you getting close to getting that statue. As I told Pat P, he laughed at me. He chuckled at me. All right. You know how Steeler fans are. You know how wild and crazy Steeler fans are.
Get closer.
Boy, okay. You gonna say, Mac, you said it.
Let's do it again, though.
Yes, sir. But all our fans and listeners, thank you. Like I said, stay tuned. We're going to keep this train rolling. And Pat P, get you some rest. We see you when we see you. All our fans, man, hit us in the comment section. Let us know what you think. As I stated, favorite episodes, favorite guests, memorable moments, man, share them with us. And we love to talk about it as well. So that might be what we handle in our next episode, sharing with you guys some of your thoughts, because we love to allow you to feel part of the show as well. So appreciate all the love, all the comments and the positive things and the negative things as well. We take it and we use it to try to find ways to be better. So we appreciate that. Pat P, you got anything you want to say?
Man, I just want to say I appreciate all the fans, all the love, all the support in this journey that we've been on, man. I never had a thought that we'll be 200 and something odd episodes.
227.
Yeah,
like a TV show you never watched before.
You just like saying that number.
You never watched 227. I don't understand how you never watched 227.
Never thought or imagined that we'll be 227 episodes in, man. It's just a blessing, and I really felt that we grew and got better, as we continued to pour into it. So, like you said, we thank our fans for the feedback, good and bad. It just helped us become better and continue to try to put out as best content as we can to you guys, so you guys can have, I guess, like that insight on our world, because we're in that line or on that side of the fence that you guys want insight or intel on. So we appreciate you guys, but like Max said, this train is not stopping. We're going to figure out some things to keep all things covered going. But until then, we love you guys. We thank you guys, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
Peace.